welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Right to the air is Willis. Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
3-3.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ballgame?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Oh, he bowls over it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. On first down, Willis. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The Titans at 6-5 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Play action. Willis out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they work this out past the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Okay, right?
Love. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second. Back on.
On the double.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Up the middle, here's Taylor. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Deontay Hardy back deep. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Willis. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Shaquille Leonard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Come on.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Off the play fake, Love. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Leonard. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Let's go now.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Here's Willis. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Love, they go play action now. Rolling to his right. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Play fake. Here's Love. Looking end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Willis. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
He'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Pat the 60, pat the 60.
2nd down, here's Willis. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He'll get this to about the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Willis out of the gun. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Dio Odangbo. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Here's Willis on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Right, 97.
Working out of the gun. Love. This pass caught. It's Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down. Love to pass. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Monty Rice. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. So that potentially an important takeaway here in the 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Willis on 3rd down. Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They go play action with Willis. That's complete to Treylon Burks. And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Willis looking to throw on 1st down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. It's Willis. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they earned the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
Ready. And cycle. Ready.
3rd and long for Love. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit. You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. On 2nd down, Love once more. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Okay, ready? Red. Right. Red, green. Shot. 17, jet. Ready.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling.
Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes I guess maybe. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Play action, Willis. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch it.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Shaquille Leonard bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
43 rail. Ready.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Yellow.
2nd down, Love. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And the Titans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fights.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Quiddy Pay in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Willis looks to pass it here. They set up the screen for Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Titans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be third and forever. Off the play fake, here's Willis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
On third down, Love. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Henry again on second down. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Here's Willis now off the play fake. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that zero. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Willis headed left off the option. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Willis. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man, hand him the ball, and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
Let's go now. Hustle, hustle, hustle.
To the air on 1st down. Here's Willis. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Willis back to the air on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ready up.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
22 needle. Hey.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Black shot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here we go, set. Drill, 52. Set, go.
From the gun, it's Taylor. 57 yards on the ground for him so far.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
Okay,
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
52 blaster.
Love looking to throw it. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, one team clearly was in control from the start in this one, Charles. They had things humming on the offensive end, a few passing touchdowns, and then their secondary on defense really helped to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they certainly did, Brandon, and let's face it, it may be cliche, but that secondary, they brought their no-fly zone signs to this one, didn't they? Shut down everything in the airways, and conversely, their own offense had its way through the air. They made sure their passing game was humming.
So for Indianapolis, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.